Navi gives a prediction. Uncover the mysterious ninja master to uncover the riches you're after. Donnie immediately knows what this means. Ninjor! If anyone knows where the greatest treasure in the universe is, it's probably going to be him. Lindsay smacks him in the back of the head. You knew about this? And Donnie's like, well, I didn't know. Maybe he didn't. Let's go see. So the pirates go sail up to the Temple of Power. But before then, we also check in on the villains, where Levira reveals to the Emperor that 90% of the Zanyak Armada has arrived at Earth, with more tailing behind them. The Emperor's like, excellent. And then they pick up where the pirates are at the Temple of Power, so the Emperor sends Levira to go deal with them. Then at the Temple of Power, the Rangers enter, and Marvelous immediately finds the jar that Ninjor is hiding in. Marvelous lets Ninjor out of the jar, and Ninjor gives the pirates the whole why you here and what you want. And the pirates make their case that they're seeking the greatest treasure in the universe to free the universe. But Ninjor also adds that why would they, even if the greatest treasure exists, be worthy of using it, given that they're the ones who stole the Ranger keys? Revealing that Ninjor knows about the pirates. And the pirates say, well, we use these keys to help save the planet more times than you would have. But this is cut short when Levira is attacking the Temple of Power with some loyal guards. And oh no, they have Sally! And look at a lovely new necklace she has. Marvelous tells Orion to stay back and try to convince Ninja to help them. And the rest head down and go legendary Tommy Oliver formation. Marvelous Green, Joe White, Lindsay Zeo Red, Donnie Turbo Red, and Bailey Dino Black. Of course, all this would be unique footage, and they defeat Levira with a red wave. But oh no, Sally was hurt by one of the royal guards. Orion exits the temple, lamenting that he couldn't get Ninjor to agree to help them. But everyone then agrees that they should take Sally back on the Red Galleon to heal her up. And they do, but later that night, Sally steals the box with all the Ranger keys in them and heads away to Burden. But then the pirates followed her, and they're like, what's going on? Burden's like, don't worry about it. Sally, give me the box. And Marvelous is like, give me the box. And we got a little standoff. But Sally, because the pirates helped her, chooses to go with Marvelous. And Burden's like, figures. You shouldn't have trusted me again, Martin. And then we get a flashback to what he said to Damaris when he stabbed him in the back. And he said, we still need them for the greatest treasure in the universe, you stupid old bug. And we cut back to the present, and Burden takes out this little device, and it's revealed that the necklace that Sally has now is a bomb. It detonates, seemingly annihilating both Sally and Marvelous. The pirates are like, Marvelous! Burden just walks over, picks up the chest, revealing that it is empty. And Orion says, you really think we have only just one chest? Burden's like, whatever, I can still make a prize off you guys. He tosses the box away, and then everyone morphs and fights. But even with the pirates going Ninja Storm and Lost Galaxy, and Orion going MMPR White and Zeo Gold, Burden just curve stomps them, causing all the pirates to demorph, and he takes them away. Then it turns out that Marvelous is still alive. And it turns out that Sally pushed him away with her super strength, a mile away, and Marvelous snagged a piece of her necklace. Then Marvelous realizes, guys, and he runs off to find the pirates. Burden is making his summoned Psycho Rangers tie everyone up as he prepares to claim their bounties. But all of a sudden, Marvelous runs in, guns blazing, screaming, Joker! But then Burden sends an army of X-Borgs to deal with him, and Marvelous goes rapid fire through every past Red Ranger. Go Ranger! Trump card! Battle Force! Denji Man! Solar Force! Aurora Mask! Dynaman! Bioman! Blitz! Prism! Lightning! Live Man! Car Force! Supersonic! Justice Wing! Mighty Morphin! Thunder Squadron! Ninja Ranger! ZO! Turbo! In Space! Lost Galaxy! Lightspeed! Time Force! Wild Force! Ninja Storm! Dino Thunder! SPD! Mystic Force! Overdrive! Jungle Fury! RPM! Samurai! MegaForce! Power Ranger Pirate! Burden morphs, and we have our epic final battle between the two Red Corsairs, during which we get some unique footage where Burden also morphs into Psycho Red, but then is eventually beat back to his normal Red Corsair form. But then this ends where Marvelous puts his foot down on Burden and then stabs Burden's sword through both their feet. Marvelous says, "This is it, Burden. I am settling this now. We're done." The two shoot a final wave at each other, point blank, blowing up. The Psycho Rangers disappear because Burden's trumpet's destroyed, and the pirates are like, "Marvelous!" Another direct-to-DVD special, How It Began. This is basically just a recap clip show of the main pirates' backstories. But then after that, we continue from where Marvelous got all the refugees from Miranoi, and apparently he sailed them to a place he knew would be safe, KO-35, where he met with an old friend, Andros. Andros says that they'll be safe here because KO-35 was able to even resist the United Alliance of Evil back in the day. Marvelous then tells the refugees they're allowed to go, but anyone who wants to stay can help him fight against the Zangiak by discovering the greatest treasure in the universe with him. Most of the refugees chose to go with Andros, but then Bailey steps forward and gives a similar speech to Booms from the end of SPD, you know, the "I'm staying" speech. But even after that, most of the refugees chooses to go with Andros, leaving behind who will become the main pirate rangers. They sailed to Earth and got into Earth around the time of the eclipse from the end of Ultra MegaForce, but right before the Zangiak invaded. So they're able to find the command center when Gosei and Datus ran out to go find the Mega Team. So the pirates entered the command center and saw all the Ranger keys, and they were like, "Whoa, this is weird, man." And then Donnie touched the spot where Gosei usually sits in the Tiki form, and he gets zapped and flies back and crushes Jake's little computer screen thing. Everyone's like, "You okay?" And Donnie with his hair all staticky sticking up is like, "Wow, I know who all these Ranger keys are." And he starts naming off Ranger keys "Oh, this is Mystic Force, Green, Xander," and stuff like that. Him now filled with the knowledge of the morphing grid, because he got zapped by it. And he's all like, "This stuff could help us find the greatest treasure in the universe." Marvelous, who finds the chest they will later keep all the Ranger keys in, currently holding the legendary morphers, is like, "All right then, everyone load up the chest." And Joe smashes the glass, starts stealing the Ranger keys. And then we get the opening from the season where Marvelous grabs the Mighty Morphin Red key. After a recap of last episode, we open with the two Red Corsairs still on the ground after their explosion. Burning gets up first, struggling to though, and then Marvelous leans up, and then he feels in his pocket that the blast was stopped by the piece of the necklace that Marvelous saved from Sally. Burden sees what happened. He smiles and starts laughing through the irony. He collapses and explodes into negative energy, leaving behind only his Ranger key and the Psycho Ranger keys, which Donnie shoots and destroys. Marvelous passes out again, and the pirates are like, Marvelous! Then we cut later to Marvelous's room on the Red Galleon. Navi's the first one to see him awaken, and she flies around all happy like Marvelous is awake! Marvelous lifts up his covers, and then it's like the ending to How You Train Your Dragon. But, his prosthetic would be better. And keep in mind he has a bionic leg, because he's just going to cover it with his boot anyway. He gets up, and all the pirates are happy that he's still alive. And then they hear a voice, Congratulations! And then Ninja Smoke Cloud appears. And Ninja is all like, because you are willing to sacrifice yourself for your friends and give aid to an enemy, you have proven yourself worthy of the greatest treasure in the universe. Everyone gasps it's real. Ninja is like, we'll have to get back to the Temple of Power first. Don't worry, let's make a shortcut. And then Ninja uses his Morphine Master ninja powers to then turn Navi into a giant door. The pirates enter the door and discover the greatest treasure in the universe. Finally, Marvelous picks it up, and you can metaphorically see his life flash before his eyes as he starts crying in joy and hugs it. Ninja reveals that the greatest treasure has the power to grant any wish that the pirates would want. The pirates start cheering, yeah! We can use this power to bring back Andrasia, destroy the Zanyak, fix Miranoi, and even resurrect Sugra. But Ninja reveals a catch. Once the power is used, this dimension's connection to the morphing grid will be completely shattered irreversibly. Not even the Ranger keys will be able to bypass it. The pirates start thinking about, well, dang. They decide to take this to Gosei to talk about it, but as soon as they get there, all of a sudden, the Zanyak shoot a EMP, knocking out the power, and they just flood the skies with Zanyak cruisers. An invasion far larger than Countdown to Final Destruction. We see side characters throughout the seasons looking up in the sky like, oh my god! And then the Emperor projects himself from the chariot command ship, saying, Citizens of Earth, I am Emperor Mavro of the Zanyak Empire. Surrender to me the greatest treasure in the universe and the Power Rangers within 1 hour, and I'll call off the invasion, and Earth will be a member of my empire. If failed, then this planet will be depopulated. The Zanyak can be seen blowing up buildings, and now the pirates are kind of in panic mode. Should they use the greatest treasure, or should they not? Weighing both options. And we get a glimpse of Legendary Rangers helping people from the actual show, which was actually kind of cool. But then we also get some more stuff like that, like with Robo Knight saving a village in Kenya as a callback to the Christmas episode, and showing that the Zanyak are invading more than just Angel Grove. Cole saving some zoo animals from the Zanyak. Wes and Eric with the Silver Guardians fighting X-Borgs. Chip using his magic powers to start the electricity back up, starting with a hospital. and Justin saving some people in a burning Krispy Kreme, and then stealing a box of donuts because product placement. Red Corps leads an army of X-Borgs and nearly executes a group of civilians, but the pirates show up and stop this, with Orion carrying a flag with the pirates logo on it. They chose not to use the greatest treasure, outweighing the fact that the morphing grid is more important. The Mega Team gets the civilians to safety as the pirates fight Red Corps. During the fighting, Marvelous and Orion come up with a plan that they will take Burden's old ship and try to get on the command ship and take it down, and the rest of the pirates get to stay here and help out. They do so, and Joe goes SPD Shadow Ranger, and Donnie goes Sentinel Knight and turns into the Excelsior sword form. And they hit Red Corps with a solar slash and then hit him with a blue wave! Meanwhile, Orion accidentally crashes the Free Joker into the command ship. So Orion and Marvelous have to fight their way to the bridge of the ship. The Emperor finds them there and is prepared to fight, just for Orion and Marvelous to shoot the controls, causing the ship to crash. The pirates see this and like, no! But Marvelous and Orion escape on jet jammers. But oh no, the Emperor survived too. The power has come back on enough for Gosei to be able to teleport the pirates and Mega Team halfway to the command center. But oh noes, an army of X-Borgs are approaching the command center, looking for the greatest treasure in the universe. But cavalry's here! Okay, who is everyone and how do most of them have their powers back? With the Mighty Morphin, it has been shown that Jason, Tommy, and Adam has rebuilt their morphers, so you can just assume they also made new morphers for everyone else. The Mighty Morphin team, everyone's the original cast, except Billy, who's getting replaced by Isha, becoming the new Blue Ranger. Turbo is probably looking the worst here because only TJ and Justin reprise their roles. So there's no In Space Blue, but a Turbo Red. And everyone else is Zeo. But we have the Blue Centurion and Phantom Ranger. The Ninja Storm crew, their powers were restored by the Ranger Keys. Tommy re-energized the Dino Gems, so Dino Thunder's around. SPD, it's the post-season Sky is Red team. And everyone got here from all over the world and space and different dimensions and time because the Master Red Ranger opened up portals to get everyone to Angel Grove. And then so all the returning cast members we can actually afford to bring back take their helmets off and surround the Mega Team and pirates and say, we're here to help, and tell the pirates that it was bad for them to steal the Ranger Keys, but they have proven that they are truly worthy of all the past Rangers' powers. Okay, so the game plan is that Orion is going to head back to the command center and be the last line defense for the greatest treasure, as all the legendary Rangers will fight the X-Borgs, and the pirates will sneak around and deal with the Emperor. But before that, because this is our last time we'll be seeing Cole, and one of the last times we'll be seeing Shane, we get a second Forever Red morph. An update of the original from Ninja Storm till Pirate Armada. This would also include the Crimson Thunder Ranger, Wolf Warrior, and Lauren. And their theme songs playing in the background of each morph because anniversary. The pirates go off, and here we are. The Legendary War. Using clips from the actual Legendary War, 199 Heroes, and the superhero Tyson movie because Kamen Riders shared a multiverse. Scenes from Akiba Ranger for fun, reused footage, unused footage, and unique stuff like including American exclusive Rangers, showing off the Mega Team more, and a part where Mike Samurai is doing pretty bad, So Tommy goes up and gives him the dragon shield to give him a power boost. So we have Samurai Green with the dragon shield. And of course, Tommy is bouncing between all of his past forms because he has the Master Morpher. Meanwhile, Orion is talking with Gosei. Gosei saying, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And Orion's like, "We have to. What other chance do we got?" And Gosei's like, "All right, but if you miss, this can be very dangerous." Meanwhile, the Emperor is just thrashing the pirates around, causing them to demorph, and Zangak cruisers are now blasting the Legendary Rangers. But Orion makes his way to the Emperor, and he's like, "Emperor, Mavro, you looking for this?" And then everyone's like, "What? No!" Orion tosses the greatest treasure to the Emperor, and he's like, "Yes!" It's in midair. But right before it lands in the Emperor's hands, Orion takes out his blaster, and final wave! Legendary supernova! Hitting the treasure as it's in air. The Emperor's like, "No!" And the treasure goes flying into the air, and then it explodes from the supernova, causing a Z-wave which destroys the entire armada. The Emperor's like, "That's it. This planet's gonna be completely depopulated when I'm done with it." The pirate's like, "Oh yeah? You have to go through us first. Pirate Ranger, set sail!" We get our helmetless roll call for the season. And then they hit the Emperor with a blitz of legendary morphs. Some Sentai footage, some original footage, some using the creative mode suits from the season. Then they go Super Ranger! Orion goes gold mode and hits the Emperor with a legendary dream and a legendary shooting star / combo. The Emperor is still standing, so Orion impales him with the Red Galleon bazooka and hits him point blank with a silver wave, which sends the pirates flying back. But the Emperor is still not all that damaged. And then the Colossal is finally operational and lands on Earth. The Emperor hops up and starts piloting the Colossal. Meanwhile, the Mega Team just wiped out the last X-Borgs with a dynamic victory charge, plus a night dynamic. Meanwhile, the Emperor is stomping throughout Angel Grove. So the pirates and Mega Team, using what power they have, goes into their Megazords, but are batted away, causing Robo Knight to crash into a car. The Colossus is so huge and evil, not even the Z-Wave that's still in the atmosphere did anything to hurt it. Meanwhile, in like a bunker, a bunch of adults are lamenting this might be it. But then a kid starts cheering, "Come on, the Rangers have fought worse. They got this. Come on, everyone, I believe the Rangers got this." And then all the kids start cheering, "The Rangers got this," and all the adults kind of come around to the idea. A news person starts recording all of this, and people all over the world start chanting they believe in the Rangers. And because of all this accumulated imagination, causes the Z energy from the atmosphere to come down and brings back all past Megazords. All the legendary Rangers hop in and pilots it, and Robo Knight deems this the greatest miracle in Earth's history. Mavro uses the Colossal to resurrect past villains, and we have the legendary Megazord battle, and it is absolutely amazing, mixed with some original footage of them fighting Captain Mutiny's crew. But then this all ends when Martin feels something new in his belt, and it turns out to be the Master Red Ranger key. And he hears the voice of his dad saying, "Come on, Martin, let's do this. Let's end this." And he activates the key, causing the legendary Megazord to hop in the air, and combines with the Master Red Ranger flyer, creating the legendary Power Ranger Megazord. And with this power, they're able to cut the Colossus right in half, including the Emperor, ending the Legendary War with a victory for humanity. Everyone's cheering, yeah! And during sunup the next day, Tommy takes back the Dragon Shield from Mike and congratulates the Mega Team and Pirates, saying they did good, and it was truly an honor to serve. We have changed the Milky Way galaxy for the better today. And then the Legendary Rangers give the Mega and Pirate teams handshakes and goes back to their respective eras. Gosei, Navi, and Datus come out to congratulate the teams, and everyone starts cheering. Gia's like, well, now what? And Donnie says his first not nerdy smart thing and says, well, me and the rest of the pirates have to go to Miranoi and liberate the planet from any Zenyak holdouts. And then we're going to have to bounce around the galaxy doing the same to other planets. And Marvel is like, don't worry. And he stabs his sword into the ground, saying, we'll be back for sure. Troy says this has been some of the best years of his life here. And Marvelous says the same. Everyone says their goodbyes. Marvelous sees his dad on the Red Galleon, and the Master Red Ranger gives a little head nod of approval. And Martin says, see you around, Dad, as the pirates go off on more adventures throughout the galaxy. Thank you guys for taking this adventure with me throughout trying to fix Power Rangers Super MegaForce. I hope you enjoyed my series and will stick around for future fixing series. I've had a lot of support for this season and I'm greatly appreciating it. Stay more phenomenal.